Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. The BRICS Summit is basically on. So I was doing some reading, some recaps, whatever information I can get out of them because that's going to be the new financial system of the world. So I'm over here reading, trying to catch up on everything. Information is money. So, but I'm going to make it. I can't even say laugh at something because this is like so fucking horrific. I guess I'll share it with you. Okay, look. So the BRICS nations are getting together to arrange the financial alliances that are needed to de-dollarize and establish a new BRICS currency, new BRICS payment settlement system, cross-border settlement system. Okay, that's pretty big. So what does our administration do in Washington D.C. the day before? The day before the dollar is about to be um, de-dollarized, what do? They raise the tariffs on the metal used to make canned goods, like the metal that you have for canned soup, canned foods, those types of things. They raised it up to 122% against China, Canada, and I think not Mexico. As another one, as further south. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the Food Association, the people that, the association of the companies that make canned goods, canned products, I mean everything from Campbell soup to Spam, said that they're gonna have to raise the prices on things. They were giving an example like if a can of soup costs $2, isn't that hilarious, right? A can of soup now is $2. It's gonna cost three, maybe up to $4 with this tariffs because now they're gonna have to pay more for the metal because we don't manufacture that metal. We don't manufacture that metal, and the recycling of that metal is sent overseas to be sold back to us. So we're going to put a 122% tariff on it so the government collects that money, but then the people are the ones that have to pay that back. So that's a tax on poor people. There are people that survive on canned goods in order to be able to feed themselves in this hyperinflation. And overseas, the leaders of the BRICS nation and all the other nations that have applied, they're getting together to be able to have a new monetary system in order to better their nations by strengthening their local currency, their national currency. Do you understand kind of like what's going on? If you don't, I'll just put it this way. Inside the United States, this government is taxing your life. From the food you eat, they're going to even start doing the air you breathe. Okay? Those credit systems, they're coming. And you have to start thinking to yourself, like, when the time comes and all these coins are worth what they're going to be worth, I have no doubt in that, whatever. People ask me all the time, how much is it going to be worth? Like the XRP XLM, and they ask me like in dollars. And I think to myself, why in God's earth would you ever convert it back to dollars? Something that's going to be technically made worthless. Think about it. Out of all the things we can do, like stop sending, money to that country that's engaging in, what kind of war, instead of doing all these things to help people, no, we're gonna tax the metal used for canned goods on poor people. Yeah, that's real smart heading into a freaking depression. While the rest of the nations in the world, they're putting an alliance together on how to run better without the United States government. Let me tell you something. It's hard to understand why I don't take my passport and turn it into the U.S. embassy and tell them to go fuck themselves. It really is. Every day I see things, I have hope that things could turn around. It's going to get painful. But let me tell you something. When you read shit like that and you see that things like this are going on with the summit and what they're planning to do, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind we need a certain person back in the White House.